get really in my head when I think about the kind of person I want to be. It's not something I force myself to think about, but rather I have a stream of observations, values, opinions, thoughts on my direction, and personal determining factors that are always running through my mind. I tend to get anxious that I'm not depicting a very objective image of myself, and it can be hard to know what is relevant and what is not when it comes to being introspective, since life moves too quickly. I feel like the idea of focusing on oneself though is too much these days, and it can be more limiting than progressive. So because of that, I wouldn't like to have to determine anything. It's nice to know when learning, discovering yourself, that you're venturing into a space that's undetermined, away from pressure, the freedom to go in any direction you want. Around me, it seems like there isn't a place that exists that is completely unidentified though. Yet, I feel like I'm a misconception of all the definitions I once knew. Things are constantly changing and constantly shifting. What I knew to be something a few years ago, although it looks the same, can operate completely differently and therefore can't be labelled as the thing it once was. It might not mean anything or matter much, but I'd like to find certainty in the things that aren't attached to me. The things that spark an unexplainable feeling. I want to know that feeling well. I've become tired on the topic of me and who I am. I'd rather know the objective reality outside of myself, what remains true in how I view things externally, and how I can remain a sense of equilibrium by coming to terms with it. That's how I can accept and grasp a clearer sense of who I am. I'd like to flow away from the noise and create my own space that I can define in my own way. That helps me tangibly see what is lurking in my internal world through what I create outside of me.